Alright, hey guys, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. Luckily, this is the second time I've had to do this intro. Don't worry, nothing has been skipped, but I accidentally wasn't in New Game Plus, and because I was here, I would have shown things later in the game that I don't feel like I should show. Mainly just because I don't want to make you guys see things that go too far ahead. Although I'm only planning on doing maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Ah, that was a long journey. I not wish to repeat, but I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our efforts is at hand. I must see to the preparations of the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services, Hydaelyn. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free of your other duties. Cause. Greetings, Hydaelyn. Halfano tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scions shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphano to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived at Renovate's Toll of late. I wonder if Stoffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there's any aught he requires? No problemo. That, and I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow, so I will say this, I luckily got my phone to work. Oh my god, guys, it's the only thing I have going for me. Although whenever I get home tomorrow from my morning shift, I have to now pack up the old phones and start sending them to UPS so that they can deal with it. That way I don't get charged, though. What can I do you for, Hydaelyn? I thought you have your hands full helping out with all the new arm of the Scions. Ah, I barely noticed your crew required with barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through every day. While I appreciate your offer to aid, 'tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to Ascians, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Stoffburn, the shipment, we couldn't. Oh, I'm assuming they're out of breath. Codswell, what the hell? We were bringing in this shipment to Renovate's Toll provisions earmarked for the frontier effort, but just as we sought to cross over to Mordona, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. They were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning supplies. Pray forgive us. This is not to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest and have someone tend to those wounds. Ah, what to do? If heretics are involved, then it's likely more because of a simple thievery. Ishikar will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House 4 temps. We collected prisoners from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see they're apprised of this development. We're not on good terms with the Knights of House 4 temps. I will be sending them a missive immediately, of course, but I also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to lighten your load, but I need someone who can bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relation with this guard is far too important to risk half measures. Yeah, no problem. I'll freeze my ass off. Thank you for understanding. I'm Servant Lord Hoshafont will be glad of your assistance. Don't worry, my character's a cat person. They'll be fine. Alright. Ah! I'm alive! That's a funny thing. I gotta keep remembering my character's a cat. It's weird. I know why they made this character. I know why they made this race. It's because they knew everybody would want to play as this. Nothing else. You want to make money easily in any type of fantasy game, make cat people. The dragon ones are pretty cool too. I actually like those guys. They actually look really neat. Ah, my nose sinuses are about to go off. Ah. I don't really want to sneeze though, because the moment I sneeze, it's going to be a loud one. That is... Oh yeah, that's that bridge. That's a big-ass thing. Looks like I'm looking at a freaking ram. I could have fast-traveled here, but I was like, nah, I want to actually travel for once. I like my birdie. Goes wee snarl. Oh, I feel better now. What up, Shafan? What up? Well, visit my fine friend Hydaelyn and Zhed. Would you care for a plate of roast Carl? Some mulled wine? Ah, no, I see. I've come into my home merely to escape the biting cold. I was in fact on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Renovate Soul, and I suspect the time of your arrival is no coincidence. Nah.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate. I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurthus soil. Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Fortom does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts. 'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipment should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
Yeah, sure.
Hallone's blessings be upon you! Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
That character will be fine. It's freezing temperatures. It's a little bit of hypothermia. It's good for the body. Wakes you up. Except for the limit kills. Yeah, what you can do. It's a funny thing. I think I've never had an incident where I've ever been affected by the cold exponentially. Not meaning that it's not freezing outside, but I haven't been out in the cold long enough to actually suffer too much. I only had one incident in high school, and it was because I was a dumbass and they let us out early and I didn't have a coat. The only thing I had was a loss of feeling in the legs, and I'm assuming it's because of blood circulation was getting cut off. My brain was like, okay, the legs are fine, we're just going to cut the blood circulation, we're going to the upper body. I was like, okay. As soon as I got in the car, though, everything felt fine again. Although I had several people ask if I wanted to borrow their jacket, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Which I was. I didn't notice they were going numb until afterwards. Hydaelyn, welcome. You'll be pleased to know that the repairs to Stone Vigil proceed apace. We shall rebuild sure and strong that the Dravains might batter themselves senseless against our shield in the west. I would venture heaven that matters of masonry are not what brought you to Whitebrim. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say, by the Fury, but you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess that then this is a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have been indeed grown thick with their numbers. They strike swiftly without warning and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what matter of influence this Ice Heart wields, but the men's face seem utterly lost in the grip of a righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Maybe you would be cared to question one of their recent victims, as fate would have it. Your rival came moments after a trader was laid on the road. Patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he had regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some detail that you can aid in your task. Alright. Oh. Yeah, but I like my jacket. My jacket keeps nice and warm. I don't have to worry about the cold no more. Highly recommend it. If you haven't bought one yet, buy an M41. Beautiful jacket. Keeps me nice and toasty. Now if I can only get the liner. But I can't get the liner anywhere, unfortunately. I was looking for the liner. It's very difficult to find, and if I could, it's expensive as hell. Tell you what happened. Why, yes, of course. I'm quite recovered enough for that. Anything to catch those cowardly Blackhearts. Traveling my usual route to White Brim when a sudden blow sent me reeling. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground, and several heretics were rifling through my cargo, arms, armor, crystals. They were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my blurry gaze and stalked over me, better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods, but you'll not catch me running off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived it all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. I'll never get over that. He brings a valid point. There's so many people like that probably have the exact same level of thickness as the rest of us in terms of our head. But there's always somebody who has a thicker head that can take a better hit. Those guys seem like they're having fun. I'm just gonna fly. Fly high, fly to the sky. Not my ear. Hi friends, what up? Good shot. Take it to the air. Oh my god, I bet I have to do this. Oh god damn it. There is a dungeon. I thought there was gonna be. Ah, draw your weapons, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventure. You are come-seeking heretics, and we shall have a common purpose. We are on patrol, and we chance across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like icy wraiths. Jesus Christ, my character is so much smaller than them. Oh. There's a woman atop the cliff. Could it be Iceheart herself? Could the sneered are falling? And where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage through the frozen wall. Some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk for the investigation. It would be best to turn the Windhill front and lay our suspicion before Lord Gilmont. Me personally, I think I can find him. Oh, I love this game. Flying to the sky, gonna find Jesus. And he's pissed with the gun. Although I will say, I have been thinking about playing back another round of Hoi. But I don't know. I feel like this is my focus right now. I have to get as many episodes of this done before I make myself play anything else. Because I'm still very worried, because what's happening is I'm playing this game, right? But there's going to be a point where my brain's going to quit wanting to play. And when that hits, it's going to be bad. Hey, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spare no detail in the report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be bested so handily. I fear I would woefully underestimate the threat those heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission to consider the sole provisions lost to us for now. 'Twould be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may very well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Draghead, inform Lord Hoshafon of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As far as certain fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Yeah, because I know I'll get to a point where I want to quit playing this, but I'm making myself play. Because in my head, I'm just telling myself, like, when you get the Shadowbringers, you're gonna have a lot more fun. Which I was. But I will tolerate it. I will have myself play for your guys' amusement, entertainment, bewilderment. Whatever other word I can think of. And in case anybody actually does like playing this game, like that, or you're questioning it, like you don't know if you should play it, or maybe you're lost on something. I always find random stuff every now and again.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof. I confess, my imaginings tended toward the grim and bloody.
Okay.
But you are here now, and I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
I like how my character had that, like, very
Indeed.
scared look.
And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order. Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Given the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Can I go back there now? Well, this time I'm fast traveling. Laziness is back. I never understand, like, Lord Hoshafon always seems to they always seem to, they make him such a likable character. I don't know who voice acts him, he does a great job. Hydaelyn, it's good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen lakes of Korthus? House for Tomp is sending us a second shipment. I must send thanks to Lord Hoshafon for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract even greater numbers of those who do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphinaud's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. While you were away in Korthus, preparation for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed, although Tataru does seem yet seems somewhat flustered. Taking enough of your time, why don't you go ahead into the Rising Stone to see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand. Oh god. Oh god. Tataru's having a freaking stroke in here, all hell's about to break loose. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm so tempted to file a lot in my waste paper basket. You started me. You wish to lend a hand. Splendid. Would you be at the end handing these uniforms to new recruits? They're scattered about Renovatsol, and I haven't the time to track them down. Recruits have to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stone. You want to report directly back to Alpha now if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. Wondered Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. What are these guys doing? Farida's boundless optimism is beginning to affect my better judgment. Your tendency to triumph against the most terrible of foes is certainly not helping matters. Your bout with Hoy Boulder was more stirring than 100 lines of my most passionate poetry. Perhaps I should arrange a sparring match of my own. Oh god. I wish Ida were not so eager to look to the future when we have so many problems in the here and now. Can't wait for Alpha Star's new company. I love making new friends. New friends, yay. I love friends. Oh god. Ida's gonna cause so many problems. She's the most dense person in the group, but my god is she freaking great. Kick your ass. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. Okay, here's your garb. Go have fun. Uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there'll be wealthy aplenty in it, selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Wow. I mean, I don't blame him for that logic. From a financial standpoint, excellent. From a sensible standpoint, bad. How do you get up on the wall? Oh, oh god. I found things. I thought it'd be a mimic my fellas here, but I admit I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Jesus Christ. Ah, new uniforms. I reminded of my induction to the Woodwheelers. Okay, bye friend. Okay. Oh wow, there's several people up top. Guinness? Scarlet God marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Laminza. Yet in truth I stand for the betterment of the realm and thought this company a fine opportunity to contribute to a grander scale. Oh, good man. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Good man. Yo, bird. Don't believe we've met. I'm Milbert, and I have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity, and I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. There you go, sir. Forms our shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond. What is essentially a band of strangers. Nah, I got it. I thought I might be able to sneak in that way. Hydaelyn Zhed, gods, I did not expect to see you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were inspiring me to come to Renovatsol. And there you go, miss. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hand. I share it with pride. Will read. Hello, little Almego can learn much from Renovatsol. This town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. Never one ought quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra cloth in time. And then I think this person's up top and the next person's down below. Hello there, lads. Looking for me, was he? So that's given a whistle, but I'm not sure I hear it amongst all this bustle. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood to me head. Not too worried though. I'm sure she'll be fine after I make a few adjustments. And last person should be right. Yeah. Theodore has at last retired from an adventurous life. Though I shall miss his wisdom and irresponsible spirit, I am excited to forge my own path forwards. What is this? New uniform, thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. What is this? Realm Reborn will invite you to the Haunted Mansion and spectacular Halloween scavenger hunt with treats. Excalibur, the Goblet, Ward 15, Plot 13. See you at beautiful evening, 7 to 9 Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 to 7 Pacific Standard, midnight, 2 a.m. GMT. That's kind of cool. Kind of a neat thing. People got little Halloween mansions and stuff. People can go around and look for stuff and probably get jump scared. That's kind of cool. Yes, Irene. Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth to establish grand companies and such. We're not yet an army, but there's a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I thought of a name for the company? 'Tis my hope that they shall be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. I'm assuming voice acting is coming back. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong, but no. No, this is a voice acting.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Am I the only one concerned that Alphino is like probably half those guys' age and he's still whooping their ass as leader?
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were.
I can do that for you.
We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready. I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12. I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Eorzeans. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Nah, she been
Then
quiet.
she speaks to neither one of us. Hydaelyn's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
The bottom half of that staff looks like 2D, but the top half looks 3D. I don't know if that's just me or not. Ooh. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let's hope that the shipment is prepared from what happened last. Well, something under that regard. The winds are uncommon, fierce this day. It's a big army. Jesus. Hey look, it's the Pope. Ah, the Swiss god, good. Why the hell do they open up in such a way? That's actually really weird looking.
Mic off.
Alright guys, sorry for the small jump cut. Had somebody come talk, and I turned the headset off. And the area I'm in actually has like a little special thing going on right now with another character. Another thing is gone. So I kind of wanted to hide everything, so this was the only way to do it. Go into a corner next to a plant, pray to the Lord Jesus Christ. This plant actually exists in the actual game. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, more Final Fantasy XIV. I will be seeing you guys next time. Thanks.